Hello, everybody. Welcome to the BreakFACE Club. Today is our finale. All right, but first, yes, I know. But first, I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Roll20, Tabletop Loot, Soul Nerdware, and Devin Rue for sponsoring and supporting the channel. Let's see if I can get this thing. Also, thank you to our Patreon supporters. Patreon helps us with the bulk of our operations here. And if you sub to the screen, subs and bits give you awesome emotes and can help give the players some extra benefits. And let's see. And if you'd like to talk to any of us or anybody at Welcome to the Party, feel free to join our Discord. There's some awesome conversations always going on. And yeah, it's just a great place to come and chat with everyone. All right, so let's start introducing the players. Let's start with Paladin Hulk.
Starting with me?
Yeah.
Hi everybody, I'm Paladin Hulk. I am a Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday on Little Red Dot, and this will be my last time playing Lance, the reluctant superhero. I have the Legacy playbook. He's gone through some stuff with his Legacy, feeling like they don't really deserve to be, the icon that they are now from what they've experienced. So, yeah, no clue where this is gonna go. Let's hop into it.
All right. Rain.
I am Rain Hayes, and this will be my last thing having to say this entire fucking name. I'll be playing Iona Maves, also known as Iona Virtue, also known as the Pathfinder, who is the Outsider playbook. And boy, does she have problems.
Don.
What's up, everybody? I am Don, and this will be my very last time playing Wyatt Thorne, also known as Foil, our resident beacon, who wields a sword and a fancy glove that he still has no idea how to work throughout the entire campaign. Definitely excited for this, so ready to jump in.
All right. Celador.
Alright, hey, I'm Jane, or Celador10 on Twitter, and I will be playing for the last time Luce Murphy, aka Shadow Smoke. She is your resident delinquent, general troublemaker, and maybe, just maybe, she'll finally get the party high. We'll see if it happens. It's been a goal for like a month.
We'll see about that. V's Knees.
Hey there, I'm John, aka V's Knees, at V's Knees on Twitter. This is my last time playing Danny Murphy, aka Conversion, who has somehow managed to keep his identity secret this entire season. That may change tonight. We'll see what happens. You can also catch me over on the Scraticus Academy Tuesday nights, but I think that in outros go over that. But yeah, Danny Murphy Conversion. We'll see if he can reveal himself or not.
All right. So starting out, you all ended up going back to the junkyard to investigate what was going on, see if you could find some additional clues. You ended up finding a bit of a security system that Aegis had left there, and I believe Iona accidentally triggered it, having them contacting Red Ferret, who decided to come over and see what the hell is going on. You did manage to find a couple clues, though. You found, I believe, an envelope that was left by the Graveler, and USB, I believe, that had some maps and things like that. And I don't know. You didn't seem to find any additional information. Just it was obvious that someone was helping them plan out their bank heist. But as Red Ferret came along, you handed them the envelope, and now she wants to see if she could figure out with that and the watermark, exactly who it was that was helping the Graveler.
And by helping, I think we mean employing. He didn't seem like the brains of the operation. To me, anyway.
Yeah, head full of rocks, that guy.
Conversion, I'm gonna ignore how dumb as bricks that statement was.
I'm just out of character. I'm just watching everybody's face as they collectively try to come up with a pun.
Alright. So as you hand Red Ferret the envelope, she's like, I can use this to figure out what the hell's going on. Do you all have any idea? I mean, if you have anything, otherwise just come with me. Maybe we can figure out whatever the hell this is. The Graveler's still unconscious, so we can't really ask him any questions.
He's still
Right.
unconscious?
He got hit by like some sort of laser beam to the
Busted pretty good.
face.
And see, here I thought it was me tripping him with the sword that did him in.
That laser beam was something else. Did you have like a tech expert look at him to see like what kind of laser it was?
I mean, aside from like the 3rd-degree burns he has, we can't get too much out of that.
Dang.
It's a laser beam.
I
Didn't
don't know
leave
nothing
any-
about lasers.
It didn't exactly leave any chemical residues or anything. Alright, well, if you all don't have any clues, just come with me to Aegis. I'll sure we can get someone to figure this out real quick. So you all gonna follow her, or gonna you all
Fly
gonna
alongside the
right?
car.
Zeus definitely follows her. I'm sure everyone is surprised.
We don't really have a reason not to, right?
I mean,
Not at this point, I'd say.
that was what Gray sent us to do in the first place, so yeah. Conversion. is-
What did he send us to do in the first place?
I think he sent us to like. Well, he sent us to try to figure out
He wanted you to inspect Red Ferret because he didn't trust her.
that.
And we all decided we also didn't trust him.
Or you?
Yeah, just
Yeah, but
nobody
that's been true
trusts
since the
nobody
beginning
here.
of the campaign.
Yep.
All right, let's hop in the car then.
Alright, so who's getting in the car and who's flying alongside?
Car.
'Cause
Car.
Flying.
Alright, everybody Iona. Alright, Iona, can you, let's see. What can you roll for me?
A natural one, face plant. Let's start this session right.
We can
No,
only
no.
hope.
In true break-face fashion.
Yeah, have we had a literal broken face yet?
No, were you looking for one?
See, we.
I mean,
we need one.
I can make that
This is the
happen if you
finale.
really want.
Yeah, I can probably work on that for you. It's not really her MO, but
Knowing us, it would happen to Foil.
No.
It would. It absolutely would.
And it would somehow be my fault.
I mean, that I believe.
Iona, can you roll me and assess the situation?
Sure. I will do my assessing. I'm not going to fail this. I got a +3. Yeah, I'm not going to fail this.
the second you said that, I was like, oh no.
I was expecting an oh dear.
Alright, Iona, as you're flying, you notice something that seems to be flying as well, trailing you all from a distance as you head over to Aegis.
So it looked like one of Gray's drones.
We can go check it out.
I will do this the subtle way. I'll peel off from the car and go down a side alley.
Alright. You peel off, and it seems like keep pace with the car.
Okay, I'll just wait in the alley to see it if it comes closer. See if I can get a good look at it.
Bless you. Yeah, It maintains the same height, same speed that it was at. But it does appear to be a drone, quite possibly one of Gray's. I mean, who else do you know that has drones around here?
I mean, I have a ship, so
Is it not a city full of superheroes? I mean,
Yeah, Super Tech probably has a bunch.
Yeah, they might.
I'm going to catch up with the car and not use my radio. I'm going to psychically connect to conversion and tell him that there's a drone following us.
Is there music in the background of you on the radio?
I'm not using the radio.
Didn't you say you were connecting via the radio?
No, I'm not connecting via the radio.
Oh,
I'm doing
got it. Okay, sorry.
psychically.
No
Got it, got it,
psychic
got I was
Because it
hoping it
works
was
so
gonna be
well in
like
the
I can put music. I mean,
I was hoping it would be like in Good Omens where they do the radio and then the like orders and then it fades back into like I think it's like Freddie Mercury's voice on that.
Yes, maybe Iona is mind humming along.
somewhere in the back of my head is the Beatles.
Good choice.
Cocks his head to the side, but I'm assuming he just gets the message. Like there's because I was half expecting a roll to have to be made.
No, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you don't need to roll. You get the message. You're not under stress or anything. So
Followed by, I get along with a little help from my friends.
That's the part where he cocks his head at. Is like our group? Are we like in the back? Are we kind of far enough away where conversion can like whisper to the rest of the group that there's to like convey the information to the rest without Red Ferret hearing?
Is she driving?
yes, she's driving.
Right. Does anyone say I get in front? If no one else would get in front, I will have gotten in front.
I would have
front
gotten it
seat
back.
is all. Yeah, front seat's all yours, buddy.
I'm in the front seat.
All right, so I'll whisper it to Wyatt and Shadow Smoke. I'm not gonna risk whispering it to Lance. Just trying, like, I'll see if like one of the other two has like a piece of paper or something we can write a note on to like kind of pass to him subtly.
When Red Ferret notices Paladin Hope, or Intervention Boy in the front, a little smirk on her face. She's like, "You had enough of those fanfics? Had to get a bit of the real thing."
What? I just need the leg room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're weird.
Is she confused about who authors these?
She doesn't care who authors them.
Okay, because it's not Intervention Boy.
No, it's always on his phone for some reason.
The phones in this group.
Right?
Is it far to Aegis, or are we gonna like drive halfway across the city?
No, just another 10 minutes or so.
Alright.
So are you trying to make this note, you're going to do it inconspicuously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll to unleash your powers.
No. I mean, you can hand it to everyone in the back pretty easily. Are you going to try and get it to Intervention Boy, or?
I'm gonna try because I don't want to leave anyone out of the loop. For that one, I know, roll a mundane for me. All right.
All right.
That's a hit.
On a 7, you can definitely pass it. Red Ferret doesn't seem to acknowledge anything, but you think that she doesn't notice.
I don't try to hide the note, I'm just trying to make sure that she can't read what's in it. So I'm just gonna read it and be like, all right, and pocket the note.
All right. Are y'all gonna do anything about it, or you're just gonna let it go for now?
I'm going to be keeping an eye on the drone.
Okay.
I have Gray in the good guy column for now, so that's fine.
I think Conversion trusts him a little bit more than Red Ferret at this point.
Yeah.
All right. So 10-minute passes, and y'all get to Aegis. So it's like, all right. So guess we'll take this to the lab real quick.
Are we even allowed to come in there with you? Do we need like special badges?
You'll be fine as long as you stay with me.
All right. Any of y'all ever been inside Aegis?
I probably have.
Only in some of my writings.
I think no one has actually been in Aegis. If anything, maybe one or two of the front offices, where a bit more of the paperwork and stuff goes down. Definitely not to the up the elevators or anything.
So Ione May wasn't in an Aegis holding cell being interrogated like, what the fuck did you do?
I mean, that was offsite.
Black site, got it. All right. So what's it like?
I mean, very inconspicuous. I mean, it has the Aegis logo on the front of on the top of the building. I mean, inside it looks fairly normal.
The boring office building?
Pretty much. It's got a receptionist at the front. A lot of cameras. Definitely a lot of cameras.
All right. Does Red Ferret just walk us past the secretary at the front?
Yeah, they don't seem to blink. They just nod to Red Ferret. And they maybe seem to take note of who's coming in.
I wave to the secretary.
They just stare at you.
Conversion to give kind of a sarcastic salute.
Yeah, he writes something down. Alright, so you guys end up going to the 7th floor. Red Ferret drops it off real quick, to the to their lab, and he's like, just says to the person there, he's like, if there's any watermarks on this, just let me know who it is, or if there's anything we can do to trace where it's from. And seems to be taking you to the office. Ione, did you go in with everyone, or?
I did go in with everybody, but I'm keeping mental tabs on my immediate surroundings.
All right.
So I'm trying to gauge a mood, and I'm trying to gauge if there's a trap happening.
All right. You go over to Red Ferret takes you to her office to chill down, and he's like,
Who else is around? I'm still trying to figure out if she has a superior, if someone's like keeping tabs on her. Like, who does she work with? There's got to be other offices there.
I mean, there are a bunch of other offices. I mean, if you look through the windows, you could see people at their desks, either researching things on the computer, on the phones, or typing things down. Yeah.
Is there any other former supervillains that I can recognize? Or superheroes, for that matter.
No.
Dang.
Does she have personal effects like scattered about her office?
A couple things, couple pictures here and there. I mean, she does have a big window in the back, So it's like she's got a pretty good view of the city.
I'm gonna walk over to the window and see if I can spot the drone.
You don't see it. Alright, she sits all down and she's like, okay, so why are we all at the junkyard? What's going on?
Felt like we missed something the last time we were there, so we went to take another look.
Practice our investigating skills.
Did you find anything besides that envelope?
Not that I'm aware of.
We tried to
We're
find
thinking
out
back
where
over
the
notes.
shot came from, but I think we just figured it was from the sky, which is not useful.
There's definitely something from the sky. Definitely not from space. So, someone was definitely keeping tracks on him.
And you're real sure that it's not Aegis? Because they would have the technology to do something like that.
And why would we want to do that? Why would we not? Why would we want to incapacitate our own person?
I'm not
own
saying
person
it's
of
like the
interest.
whole organization. I'm just saying it's someone within Aegis that might.
No.
I'm just going down the list of people who would have that kind of technology,
Who need just
or
to
or
suspect?
like laser powers or something.
Who need just to suspect?
I don't know.
I mean, you used to be a villain, supposedly.
I don't
Indeed.
think laser beams were ever a thing.
True.
I mean,
Also, she was right there, so
it's pretty well known. It's definitely not supposedly.
Well, the supposedly part was that you're not a villain anymore. That's what the supposedly was about.
right.
Well, that's my deal with Aegis.
How many other supervillains are there working here? How about that guy with the hat? Is he a supervillain?
Larry?
Yeah, him.
Larry? Right. He's lucky he's pushing pencils here.
I am so glad that you did not mention the guy that we just tortured in the last game. That would have been awful.
Alright, well, something's going down, and y'all all seem to be connected to it for some reason.
We're just there.
Yeah, we just
And none of us
kinda,
have done shit, as far as I know.
Yeah, we just kind of stumbled into this whole thing. So
Well,
What's the legal altitude for drones?
That's a real left field question there.
I mean, as long as they clear the airspace.
You have some niche interests there. I don't know.
now realizing that,
I mean, this is just a new niche.
I'm also going to look out the window now. You see any drones?
No. I mean, big city, lots of tech. There's bound to be people flying them around recreationally, right?
Is there like an Eat at Joe's one that I can see?
I really want there to be.
No.
Giant floating neon sign blinking across the sky.
Phoenix Burger.
I mean, you do see a guy on a corner way down there with an arrow sign with an Eat at Joe's. You know, he's dancing, twirling, doing all the things.
Nope, no drones.
Alright, well, while I've got you here, why don't you all update me on what you found out about Mr. Gray?
He's a real awesome guy. He's smart, he's kind, he's got like the loyalty of his employees. Awesome dude.
Really doesn't tell us much. So,
Even I'm looking at Lance a little askance.
Yeah, I'm just saying that to piss her off, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does he really have our trust, given that we're investigating him?
Can't say a whole lot of people have my trust on this planet.
Wow, thanks.
I didn't say you weren't included.
Right. At that moment, you hear a knock on the door, and someone comes in and hands Red Ferret a sheet of paper. And she looks at it and is like, hmm.
Is that the science report? That was quick.
Tell you what, why don't you all take me over to Mr. Gray? I'd like to meet him.
Right?
This is the part where things blow up, isn't it?
I think I have him on phone. I call Mr. Gray and then hand her the phone. There you go.
The phone rings and rings and rings. He doesn't
How
pick
to
up.
make the adults socially awkward.
All right, so he's screening my calls. That don't feel good, but or maybe something happened to the old guy.
Maybe.
I'm gonna sit down on the floor and close my eyes and try to reach out to find him psychically.
Okay.
Because he's not gonna answer my calls.
Let's see. Can you roll Unleash Your Powers?
Too many buttons.
On a 7, all you manage to get is that you can sort of feel where he is, but it feels like he's back at the training location. That's all you're able to really sense.
He's that away.
Well, that's super helpful because most of the city's over there.
I mean, should we go?
And is that all you know about Mr. Gray? He hasn't seemed to be up to anything.
Well,
I mean, he's helping us.
He's
talking
also
to Mr.
really
Gray
secretive.
is a lot like talking to a secret agent, and I'm just gonna walk out.
She's not wrong. And Conversion walks out, follows her out.
I guess we're leaving.
All right.
Yeah,
And
Luce will file out.
so you all start heading over to back to the training area.
I mean, while we're driving, I'm saying, so what did the lab guy say about the envelope thing?
Well, that's the one I'm going to check up on right now.
What, you're saying
See what I
it's
mean
one of
about
Mr.
talking to
Gray's?
secret agents?
Does it have like the Gray Industries logo on it or something?
Not quite.
He signed it. Is he an expert on envelopes that you know of, and that's why you're going to talk to him?
Does it have like half of the Gray Industries logo?
Let me guess, it was made out of a special microwave manufactured by Mr. Gray.
Ooh! It's one half of a golden medallion. Here's the other half.
All of you
Oh,
have been reading
maybe-
way too many comic books.
What's a comic book?
It's got a golden ticket inside, and it's the only way. One day you can enter his factory and eat lots of chocolate and get tech.
It's actually a gold
Yes, the
heart
chocolate
charm.
factory?
Mm-hmm. Split in two.
I want to go to
And
the
all
chocolate
kidding
factory.
aside, you should just tell us what's going on. We can't help if you don't talk to us.
I mean, there's not much to go on, but at the very least, it seems it's somehow connected to Mr. Gray.
Somehow, that's real vague.
I'm gonna look
Vegas.
around. Is the drone back?
Are you flying?
Yeah, I'm
Behind
flying.
stuff?
I'm not comfortable in cars.
Ever since the movie.
Yeah, it seems to be trailing the car still again. And
So-
what's that?
I've gotten pretty good looks at his drones before, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna duck into an alley again.
All right. What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna come right up to it as soon as it passes.
Okay. It doesn't seem to take too much. It doesn't seem to be paying you too much attention. It's just following the car.
Does it have a? Is it like just tracking with the camera? Or does it have other things on it?
Nothing seems to be active on it. It's just trailing.
I have a slight impulse to sit on it, but I won't do that. Okay, I'll leave it alone for now, but it's bothering me that we're still being tracked like that.
I'm just gonna send Mr. Gray a little text to let him know we're coming. He seems like the kind of guy who doesn't like surprises. So. And yeah, I know he's tracking us, but
Yeah, you just
she doesn't know that he's tracking us. And if I don't know he's tracking us, I would send him a text. So there we go.
you get a text back that just says noted.
Oh, so you are near your phone.
Jerk.
All right. So when I said he was a great guy, phone etiquette aside, we'll get there soon.
Is there anything?
Over the radio, so I can make sure that Gray hears. I feel like we have two different interpretations of the conversations we've had with this man. Because I think he's a dick.
All right.
To be fair, he's practically our jailer.
Pretty much.
Technically, you can't go to jail.
As you all arrive at the training facility, Red Ferret just parks along the side. All right. So come on, go introduce me to Mr. Gray.
All right.
This will go well. Conversion gets out of the car and starts walking over to the building.
Everything so far has gone well enough, so...
Let's be super polite. So let's ring the doorbell, knock, whatever is the normal way of getting in.
Of us getting into our training warehouse, we usually just walk in.
Yeah, we usually just walk in, but that's why I'm saying let's right now be super, not barging in guy. So let's ring the doorbell, let's knock, let's do it the right way.
Conversion's gonna make up just a random secret knock that, for as far as she knows, we used to get in.
Yeah, there's no answer. No one comes to the door or anything. But it does seem to be open. Like usual.
I mean, to be fair, he's never met us at the door before.
Yeah.
Conversion's just gonna shrug at Red Ferret and walk in.
As you all walk in, you notice that the underground training room is wide open.
Huh.
Did the drone peel off as soon as we got close to the building?
Yeah. So the drone kind of saw y'all park and then kind of just flew away.
It's a trap.
It kind
I
of
really want to know what the drones go, but I'm not going to follow
it flew towards the back of the building.
Okay.
Mr. Gray, you in here? Tracy? That was her name, right?
Yeah.
Score.
You just hear Mr. Gray down in the open training room. He was like, "Yeah, I'm down here."
Oh, there he is. I'm going to make sure that I'm somewhat between them. So I have no idea what's going on. So if she just randomly throws glass at his head, I'll be in the way.
Cool.
I'll be
Is
up
that a
high.
thing you worry about often?
With her, yes.
Conversion will stand kind of off to the side where he has a clear view of both of them, just to
So you're
get
so everybody
as much.
is everybody walking down into the training room?
Yeah.
I am, but I'm keeping high. I'm
Luce will stay back a little bit.
Wyatt it tries to stay as much towards the front as possible.
Okay, as you all start to head down into the training room, all the doors seem to shut, and the windows shutter.
Uh-oh.
Remember that part where this could be a trap?
I told you all.
Classic trap.
All right, but from who though?
That's a good question.
You know, we could just ask him. Gray, is
Nope.
this a trap?
What's going on, man?
No, it's not a trap. Just come on down.
Luce is now running around going, "It's a trap!" Periodically, just like she'll walk up to Foil and just like get really close and be like, "It's a trap!"
All right, Captain.
Foil has to stop himself from like turning around and like take a whacking. Could you please stop?
Guess how many people actually go down? Is it everybody or just?
I'm going.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna stay up.
I was in the back of the group, but I'm there, just barely.
I figure we're kind of like spreading out to cover all the angles.
yeah. As you go down, you just see Mr. Gray kind of sitting by the control panel down there, just waiting for y'all.
No locking all the doors sends the wrong signal, right?
I think it sends the right one.
All right. Well, this one here wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, I don't quite want to talk to her. No matter. And he pushes a button. He's like, initiate intruder protocol.
But just for her, right?
Yeah, all of a sudden, a bunch of panels in the room start to open up, and a bunch of drones start flying out. And one seems to get into your face. A couple of them fly up towards Iona.
Well, this is happening. I'm just gonna charge straight out one of them.
Are you trying to attack it?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so just them, right?
I mean, the drones aren't really doing anything. They're just seem to be flying in front of you right
I'm
now.
not doing anything. I have no idea what's going on still. So
Iona, can you roll to directly engage? 9. So what are you doing to this one exactly? You just charging it and hitting it physically, or?
I'm gonna take out my psychic blades, and I'm going to try and slash at it. It's like take it apart neatly.
Yeah, you slash at one. It definitely you cut through it. It's wobbly. Then as you do that, the one from behind you comes up and shocks you, like a taser ish. Can you roll
Son of
to? Can you take a blow?
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, there it is. I always forget where that button is.
Alright, on an 8. Let's see. I mean, let's see. So you can. I'm gonna say for this one, you fall down a bit, but you're still standing and everything. You can lash out, or you can try and struggle past the pain for a bit.
I will struggle past the pain.
Okay, you mark can do 2 conditions.
Angry and afraid. Because those seem to go well in this situation.
Mr. Gray is like, alright, I told y'all this wasn't a trap. It's a negotiation.
like with us or with her? What's going on?
With y'all. I mean, of all the things I asked y'all to get for me, I just couldn't seem to find what I was looking for. And I managed to look through some of the security footage of the crash and before the crash. And I realized what I'm looking for is right in the build. It's still over at. Yes, I know. Still over at Super Tech. But there's just no entrance. One of y'all managed to get in there, though. Foil. I'm gonna have to ask you to give me your glove.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Oh, let me read it right. Give me the glove, or I'm gonna have to actually activate the drones.
You're gonna kill us over that dumb glove that only works half the time?
I mean, I don't have to.
That seems real evil-ish there, dude.
Wyatt slowly tucks his hand behind his back, like hiding the glove, and goes, "How about instead, whatever it is that you want, I'll just go get for you."
Yeah, you can't exactly give me a room.
A room?
Yeah.
You sort of could.
Don't suppose you're going to tell us what's so special about this room?
I just need to gain access to it. And the only one I've ever seen manage to get in was Foil over here. Somehow, I'm assuming it's with the glove, you managed to find yourself in that room. A room with no doors, and seemingly nothing inside.
You don't have to wave guns in our faces. We can just go get you the damn room. I can just dig it out of the rubble and pick it up and bring it over here.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm gonna kind of get close to Foil and lean in and go, "Did you inhale? Because they told me I had to do that."
Ale?
Yeah, when you're in the room, did you inhale? I mean, if there's nothing else in there, it has to be airborne, right?
Yeah, I was breathing.
So did anything weird happen? Because I saw some weird things. And then I was sick for a while.
That was the night my mother died. When
Yeah,
you
but I'm not
crashed-
talking about that particular part. I'm talking about the room.
Please, try and stay on track for once. I'm asking you.
It's really hard. It's like, it could be relevant, but okay. Maybe the old man just really needs the hard stuff.
Wyatt turns to face Gray, and he holds his hand up again and curls it into a fist, and goes, "This is the last thing I received from my mother. You will literally take this off of my dead body before I give this thing up. So if there's something that you want, or something I can do for you with it, you said this is a negotiation, then let's talk. But otherwise, this stays on me."
Yeah, I mean, like, that's really his. You can really sort of F off about it.
Alright. Guess we're doing it the hard way.
I figure if you need to go into a room that he can access, just give him the camera.
I mean, the negotiation was y'all just walk away and give me the glove.
That's not a negotiation. That's just a
There's-
demand. Negotiation goes both ways. It's a conversation. Have you ever tried negotiating before? What kind of businessman are you?
Not only
think
that,
he's
but there's
just a
guns in our
supervillain.
face. This isn't a negotiation. This is a threat.
Yeah. Or we do it as Foil, as I said, and I take it off his dead body. We
Again,
have
not a
options.
That's all
negotiation. There's no back and
real
forth.
easy.
That
Totally a negotiation.
That's not okay.
Yeah,
no.
Sword comes out, and Foil holds it forward before him and goes, "Come and get me, Gray."
What's Red Ferret doing during all of this?
Red Ferret seems to be noting where all of the drones are. Yeah. And she's like, y'all seem to have got yourselves into a pretty big mess here. So I'm guessing y'all didn't actually inspect Gray like I asked you to?
You know, we can only do so many things in a day. He wants us to inspect you. You want us to inspect him. We got to go pick up.
Apparently, you're
pebbles.
both fucking supervillains, so not a lot of
No.
right choices there. All right, let's.
Yeah.
As Foil takes out his sword, red lights start to activate on all the drones, and more seem to come out.
Last chance to just stop this whole thing, Grandpa.
Oh, now he gets feisty.
Yep, hard way it is. He pushes a button on the console, and all the drones start heading towards all of y'all. Most of them heading towards Foil.
But he's the squishiest. No.
May I use my moment of truth?
Oh, shit.
Whoa. Kicking it off right?
Of course.
Okay, so pretty much seeing that, you know, all the drones are going at Foil, and, you know, Conversion's not about to let one of his team get killed. He, like, I'd say the two that kind of got up in his face, he's going to reach out and, like, grab them. Where would he have seen where the one shocked Iona? Or
Yeah.
is there like an obvious like spot where the taser
mean,
is?
Iona was flying above, so I mean, the taser's just like in the center of the drones, you know.
Okay, he's going to pretty much reach out. Like, it's so assuming there are two drones near him, he's just gonna reach out and he's gonna grab like the front of the taser and kind of make them shock him so he can absorb the energy, and then he's gonna throw the drones to take out, you know, just like at where they might be clustered up, to just take out however many drones he can manage. And in the process, because this is part of the moment of the truth, when he's throwing one, it kind of catches his mask and pulls it off as he throws it, revealing who he is to everyone.
What
Danny?
the fuck? Danny?
Hi, Danny.
It's that one guy from that one place.
Hi guys.
It's been
Yeah.
you this whole time?
Yeah,
Did you bring any coffee shop cookies with you?
not really the time, Iona, but
Could you?
Is this why you couldn't cover my shifts when I asked, you asshole?
sorry.
You could have at least told me. Now let's deal with these.
Wait. You have powers?
I feel like the drones
Yeah,
are
hold
just
on
waiting
for a
us
moment,
to have
drones.
this conversation.
I imagine. that,
Wait.
like,
Where? How did you get your powers?
I imagine this conversation's happening like as he's kind of taking out his share of
Yeah,
drones.
we're all doing stuff. So then, can we do this afterwards?
Sure. Could you just read the text of the moment of truth? for me?
Yes.
Just so I can.
The mask is a lie, and some piece of you has always known that. Doesn't matter if others can see it. You're the one that can do the impossible. Mask off, costume on, and you're going to save the damn day. Of course, you better hope nobody nasty is watching.
All right.
Which, unfortunately, somebody is, but I gotta help my
Iona
team.
May. Yep. Mhm.
All right. So you're jumping around, taking out drones.
Yeah.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I'll go next. I'll walk over, super speed over, because that's the thing, over to Foil. And at the moment that all the drones open fire on him, which I'm assuming that they're going to do, I am going to activate my thing, which is not my moment of truth, but I'm going to activate my last two powers, because I still have two to unlock. And those last two powers are Divine Armor and Magic Weaponry. So I get the shiny aura, and I get a glowing red helmet and a glowing red shield. And I'm just gonna plant myself in front of Foil and project an energy shield and absorb everything the drones are firing at me.
The drones.
That's going to be my turn.
Okay. All right. How about Shadow Smoke and Iona? What are y'all doing?
All right. So, how many drones are there again?
I mean, at this point, it's almost like 5 per person.
Okay.
I mean, he's kind of just. They just seem to keep coming out.
I am going to try to, like, I want to use my teleportation as kind of a weapon, so I'm gonna try and start, like, teleporting them into each other so that they're colliding with each other. As many of them as you'll let me do. Basically. Happy to roll for that.
Sure.
To see how poorly this goes. Trying not to hit my friends.
Sure, unleash your powers.
Okay.
Should we roll a team thing? Because we're in a team fight and there's team points. I'm just thinking of that now.
I can do that. I believe at this point. Let's see. Okay, y'all should have like 5 team points.
Cool.
5.
Yes.
Damn.
Does anybody want to give me one of those?
I-
For that 6 that I just rolled?
I can spend 2 out of the team and make it an 8. Does that give you anything extra?
It's only 1 per person. At most.
No, but he has a special.
No.
He is
Oh, okay.
thing.
Yeah, I have a move.
7, 8.
I don't think it would do any extra bumping of the.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the 7 is good enough, right?
Yeah, 7's good enough.
All right, so then let's just I spend the 1, and bump it up to a 7.
Saying conversions, running around trying to take out as many drones as they can. So how are you helping, Foil?
Foil will charge into the middle of the drones to just provide a distraction at that point, like a very much like, if you want me, come and get me.
All right. So as you're doing this, like you notice some of the drones start to kind of teleport on top of each other, sort of like you know how if something gets stuck in a wall, kind of like that with each drone.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you don't seem to be able to get too many at a time because it's just an 8, but yeah, you're definitely taking some of them out. And Iona, what are you doing?
Iona is going to psychically call up to her ship and say, "Squidge, we need an exit," and go straight for the one that shocked her and turn her blades into a giant hammer and smash it.
Yes.
Is this series going to end the way it began with an alien ship crashing into a building? Because that's really poetic.
I was about to say, could it end any other way? Really?
As you say that, Gray is like, "Oh, right. Squidge may take a while to get down here."
What did you do to my ship?
I mean, you let me put the USB in there so I know where it is at all times. I mean, I was able to position my satellites when I needed to in the beginning, so what's stopping me from doing it now?
What did you just say?
He just smirks.
Did you say position them? Position
mean-
satellites. Like debris in space.
You mean what Iona hit on the way down?
As y'all are staring at Gray,
Goose.
more drones just seem to keep pouring in, just surrounding Foil.
And where is Gray exactly?
He's just standing by the control panel, just watching as everything.
But he's like in the room with us, right?
Yeah, as far as y'all can
He's
tell.
not in a separate room. Okay. I want to do my moment of truth here because that is a really big deal what he just said. So
Before you do that, could everybody roll me and assess the situation?
okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'm getting my 4 misses tonight.
Yay, potential.
Am I the only one that passed?
No, I
no.
passed. I got a 7.
You're the only one that got a full hit, though.
Yeah.
I think this is the best you've rolled all campaign.
Yeah,
Oh no! Knock on wood, everybody. Jesus.
The time that I need to be failing.
So, Iona and Shadow Smoke, y'all notice that something seems to be a bit off about Gray. Can't quite, and Iona, you notice that Gray doesn't quite seem to be standing so much as slightly off the floor.
Okay.
Or Iona
What a
notices
fucking
this.
hologram. I'm gonna throw one of my psychic blades at him.
As this is going on, like you notice all
Wait,
the.
Sorry, that was still your moment of truth. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Are you still gonna use your moment of truth right now, or?
Well.
I mean,
I
because
would-
you notice
I-
that something seems to be off, and so does.
Yeah. I would like to do something to Gray. I would like to, I would like to try and use my illusion in a way that I haven't before, which is to try and like trap him in something that isn't reality. Let's do.
Tell you, what, I'm gonna tell you not
Yeah.
to use your moment of truth. I'm gonna.
Yeah. I wasn't going
I'm gonna
to.
be a kind GM and tell you not to.
Yeah, I got that hint. I wasn't gonna use it. But I do want to try and use my illusion to like surround him in darkness so that he can't see anything around.
Sure. Unleash your powers.
Okay. Ooh, that's a big ol' hit.
All right. So, what does it look like when you do this?
She's so angry, that I think, like, usually in battle she kind of takes a little bit of a back seat to the more physical guys, but like she is very like more direct than normal and is just like absolutely not, and just goes, and I imagine it almost like the spell darkness just really like concentrated on this one like entity, so he can't see the control panel, he can't see what's going on around him.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, is only Gray can see this, or is like can everyone see the illusion?
I don't know. I'm. If you have a preference, I don't care.
Yeah.
Either way, actually.
We can say that it looks like there's a black, dense ball of just darkness around the control panel in Gray. And as all this is going on, all the drones around Foil start to light up blue. It looks like they're scanning him.
You want to take an action there, Foil?
I do. Would I be considered dramatically under fire at this point, considering
Yes.
all of these drones are all zeroing in on me?
Well, they're all actually shooting at you already, but I'm shielding you from it. So we're under fire from the drones.
Like they're not exactly shooting at Foil, but they're definitely charging towards him. And
Very dramatic.
It's very dramatic. Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna declare that I'm using my Suck It Domitian power, where I can directly engage these things with Savior instead of Danger.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
All right.
Fuck.
Well, there's a team point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's
I'm
got
going
one?
to help out with that.
Hmm.
How best to... I'm going to use psychic energy to push them so that they are in a better alignment for him.
All right.
Nice.
Wow,
Yeah,
that was a
and-
real bad roll. Yeah, all right.
Wait, what was the action? Oh my god. So it begins, Wild. So it begins.
All right, so yeah, Iona starts pushing them. Intervention Boy, you're pushing them along with your magical, and I'm guessing you're also striking at some of them.
Sure. The main point is to keep Foil safe, so I'm going to go along and
Right.
shield him from whatever comes.
Conversion, you are jumping around from drone to drone, smashing them. And Shadow Smoke, you've got Gray in this black darkness. All right.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
probably makes it creepy in there, since I rolled really well. She probably makes it creepy in there. Because she's mad.
Yeah, and Wyatt, for his part, definitely shares Luce's anger and is not like super trained fencer as he has been. He's like trying to bash and punch and kick these things
Mhm.
with no regards for his own safety at this point.
So yeah,
Why I'm here.
for you and
Exactly.
Intervention Boy, you're attacking all these drones. But they all just seem to be flying around you. Just this blue light seem to be scanning over you. And then 3 of them seem to all of a sudden just peel off and just start trying to. It seems like they're flying out of the room.
That's fine.
And at this
Why
point,
are they leaving?
At this point, you hear Red Ferret say, "All right, I think I know. I think I can help us out here." And you see her just kind of close her eyes, and all of the drones around y'all. You hear them. You start to hear glass shattering inside of them as their optics seem to be shattering, and all the glass inside of it starts coming out and forming into a ball around her. And she's like, "All right, I took out their cameras. Let's start just taking them out."
I'm going to throw my shield into the darkness glob.
In the darkness.
Can you? Let's see. Is this
I'm going to
Sure, this is
directly
me.
engage,
It's me directly engage. Yeah.
which I do with Saber. Because I'm fighting a good fight.
12.
Nice.
On a 12, as you throw this shield in, you hear a solid thunk. And as your shield goes through the darkness and comes out on the other side, it seems to have taken out a drone with it.
Alright, I don't think he's really in there. I catch the shield back.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And then I turn to Foil and I'm like, stay focused.
Could you drop the shadow thing so he can see?
I'll be focused when he's dead.
As this is going around, like, you notice that the glass seems to be entering from Red Ferret, entering into the drones, and some of them start shorting out. Conversion is running around, destroying as many drones as possible. And eventually,
Iona's going to do the exact opposite of staying focused.
Take a smoke break.
As usual.
you're doing what now?
She's doing the exact opposite of staying focused. She is shifting from form to form and ripping everything apart that she can reach.
All right. Want to directly engage for me? All right. So yeah,
Not miss to save my life.
you don't want to miss. This is a battle. I mean, you want to be competent towards the end.
Do we though?
That's not who we are, Wild.
So y'all are slowly whittling down these drones, and eventually, all the whole room just seems to be scattered with drone parts, as they're all just either falling from being shorted out from the glass, seemingly cutting up wires on the inside. The intervention boy and foil just whacking upon these drones, and conversion just running around, taking out as many as possible.
All right. So this looks like it's going well. Where's the bad guy? Where'd he go?
As it
Can
does
you like
seems
do
to
the psychic thing where you find him?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, because you're the only one of us who has psychic powers.
Okay. I have no idea.
Cool.
Can I look and see any exits or like any hints at all?
I mean, as the dust clears, it just seems to be you all and the drones. There seems to be no one else inside of the building. There's as you walk outside of the training room, there seems to be one open window. Where the drones seem to have, three of the drones seem to have escaped from.
I'm glad you elaborated because I had a mental image of an old man trying to jump out a window.
You'll never take me alive.
Sound of trash cans on the other side.
Oh, my hip!
So, conversion, any plans?
Walks over and picks up his mask and kind of dusts it off and puts it back on, and says, "Well, I mean, is there any way we can track those drones?"
We already know where they're going.
Oh, we do.
Super tech?
We can get there
They're-
first.
Where else?
That's true.
Which means Gray's probably there too.
Good.
All right.
To Red
Indeed.
Ferret and just says, "Any chance we can get some transportation?"
Yeah, I'll try to call for backup as well.
Why the fuck
God
would you
damn
put a
it.
supervillain in charge of our rehabilitation? That's just idiotic.
It wasn't my choice.
Clearly they didn't know.
Can I feel Squidge at all? Like, does he feel trapped? Or just really far away?
It feels like Squeech is definitely heading towards you, but slowly. Like, almost like it's taking evasive maneuvers.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I turn to conversion and I say, when, how, what? What?
It was a while ago. Uncle Steve was showing me a new thing he was working on.
Oh, that's why you guys spent so much time together.
Well, I mean, he was always showing me the stuff he was working on, but
I'm meanwhile
that
going to
happened.
gather the group around Shadow Smoke so she can teleport us while this conversation's going on. I'm just going to pick everyone up and stick them over there.
Shadow Smoke is like still talking to conversion, just like reaches out and like just sort of does it. Like, but she's still like, but how could you never tell me? Like, what is this? Like, just like.
I'll lean into Foil. Who's Uncle Steve?
He's Danny's and Liz's uncle.
They're related?
Yes.
That's why we have the same last name.
Yeah.
I don't know how any of this works. You people are so freaking confusing.
You do have a weird name. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, and she just like sort of very matter-of-factly teleports everybody while still continuing to talk.
They told me that Iona Virtue was a great name.
Could you unleash your powers for me?
For the record, I've been
Great.
trying to
Jersey.
trying to find a way to tell you guys, but
Nice.
you know.
That's another
Damn.
12. Hey.
Luz is killing it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Freaking intervention boy too. Like, goddamn.
God
Smoking
damn.
all the shadows.
Yep, she does do that.
Don't do drugs, kids.
No.
Unless your doctor says you should, in which case.
Despite literally everything else we've said on this show,
You
we
know, just
cannot
like-
drop a G.I. Joe PSA like in the middle.
I'm just saying it's about time y'all are actually starting to passing everything. Otherwise,
Oh, this would have been hilarious. Are you kidding me?
Watch, don't worry. By the time we
I
get
mean-
into the battle with the bigger battle this session, we'll be back to failing everything. Don't worry.
so far only 90% of the whole show has been fails.
Only 90. It's still...
So as you gather the whole
Room for
group
improvement.
and you teleport everyone in front of Super Tech, and Red Ferret is like trying to contact Aegis. He's like, God damn it, I don't know what the hell's going on, but something fucking gray is jamming my comms.
This one guy. He already beat up most of his drones. The rest aren't even here yet. Let's just get to this damn fucking room.
Yeah, don't worry, Red Ferret. I'm going to be jamming something myself into Gray soon enough, so...
That sounded oddly sexual there, Foil, and I
Do
just really
not
feel like you
fuck
need
with me
to.
right now,
re-
Luz.
Fine.
Bad timing. Bad timing.
Yeah,
It
let's stay
just,
focused.
it was really,
Too soon.
really marked. Fine.
I don't get it.
It's. We'll talk about it later, Iona.
And that's, with Iona doing that, I don't get it. Wyatt suddenly grabs, like, Iona by the shoulder. Is like, and you! I gave you a lot of shit you didn't deserve, and I'm very sorry, and I will make up for that later, but right now, we're gonna go get this motherfucker.
As you all head towards the entrance,
She looks terrified.
This is like, huh. Alright.
y'all notice Tracy just at the front door, seemingly waiting for y'all. She seems to be in the same kind of suits that y'all fought at the very beginning of training. She seems to be equipped to both of them. And some other...
Oh, Tracy, you too.
Your boss is a supervillain. You'd like to quit, or you'd like to be put in the hospital?
I mean, y'all don't sign my checks.
Super
But your
Pete over
boss
there
is a
punching your
dick.
face.
Aegis can sign your checks if you give this up right now.
You had one chance, that was not it.
Again with the weirdly sexual phrasing there, Foil.
Are you directly engaging intervention boy?
Yes, she had one shot. She didn't take it.
I'm gonna watch this. I'm like, I'm kind of liking this new intervention boy.
So I'm running over there and I'm just gonna
Wait,
punch her in the face.
Did
That's it.
Iona say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay, Lucy's like, yeah, I know, right?
Alright, on 13 you can pick 2 of the things from the directly engage.
I'm gonna take her suit away. That's gonna be 1. And let's see, what's the other thing again?
Resist or avoid blows, take something from them, create an opportunity, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Yeah, I'll rip her suit off and scare her half to death. That should do the job. Right?
I have questions.
I was about to say, Wyatt's gonna turn to Luz and be like, giving
Yeah.
me shit the entire time, everything I'm saying, and he's...
I mean, I got nothing for you there. I was not expecting that.
Okay, so you're
I don't
going,
think any of us were expecting that.
Intervention boy has a Zorro moment. Yikes.
so you're going with frighten.
Yes.
Okay.
Scare and take her suit off.
So you managed to rip off one of the arms, and she definitely, you see the frighten in her arms.
I don't want to rip off her actual arm. Just
No, you
let's just be clear.
you rip off some the arm of the suit. One of
Okay, good.
well, only one of the arms. As she strikes out with her other, I need you to, what is it?
Powerful blow.
Take a powerful blow, yes.
That's
Oh.
good, as I
Yeah.
recall.
Oh, yeah, that is good. Okay.
So she just taps me on the shield, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, as she punches you, you know, nothing seems to happen, and she flies back. And she's like, all right, well,
Quit.
nope. And that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Take a quick break on nope.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh man.
All right.
Please?
So, so we're gonna take a quick break. If you could watch a quick video from our sponsors, we will be back in a few minutes. All right, see y'all in a few.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And we're back. So, as we left off, Tracy, Gray's assistant, just tried to punch Intervention Boy. And Intervention Boy told her to quit, and she was like, haha, no. So as she says no, the belt on her suit starts to light up, and she starts floating into the sky. And then she starts charging towards y'all.
Iona's going to charge right back. She's going to turn her psychic blades into a massive hammer and scream out, "Where's my little brother?"
As you and Tracy are on a collision course, all of a sudden y'all hear the glass from all the cars around y'all shatter, and just a wave of glass just seems to shower over Tracy, pushing her to the side. And Red Fair's like, I'll take care of her. If y'all know how to stop Gray, go do it now. And Red Ferret...
Do we?
Yeah, we stab him in the heart.
I mean, maybe not the heart, but... So, where is he? Does anyone know where we can find him?
Super Tech.
That's
He's
where we
gone
are
to
right
Super
now.
Tech.
This is Super Tech.
Don, you would remember that the room that
The room.
Gray was mentioning was the room you got stuck in a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Before all of this began, before we got brought here, there was something I phased into in this building. A room with no doors, no windows, no anything. I got trapped there because I couldn't figure out how to make this thing work again, but... I mean, it's got to be connected to it in some way, right?
Must be. That seems like that's the only way in or out.
Why else would Gray need the glove to get there?
How did you get out?
Dawn doesn't remember. How did I get out?
Ordered a pizza.
You don't remember.
That's right, I don't. I just woke up outside of it. That's correct. And so Wyatt shrugs and goes, I don't know. I blacked out, and the last thing I remembered was just being outside of Super Tech.
Well, let science people worry about what's in that room. Let's just get there and see what's what. Is there anyone else in the building? I'm looking at Ayonme.
Hasn't this place been abandoned?
It was abandoned and bought out by something. Venture?
Gray bought out the building.
That's right.
Be more of his cronies.
I'm going to cast out my senses to see if I can sense anybody
Thank you.
in and around.
All right, unleash your power. 12. You can sense one other person. It's definitely Thomas Gray. In a room on one of the lower floors.
He's that away.
All right, let's go. We move into the abandoned, half-collapsed building.
Have I ever been able to make more than just myself phase?
Have you tried?
I have not. I think I have to. I think it's the only way we're gonna get in that room.
Like to imagine right now the whole group of us are doing that, like just the badass slow motion walk toward the building.
Yeah, as you all get closer to the room, I mean, doesn't seem to be anyone else in there. I mean, if there's cameras, you notice them seemingly following you as you walk towards the room, but nothing seems to happen. You all just manage to keep walking towards the room. And then finally you get to it. You can barely tell the room is there. It's almost like it's just a wall to a dead end.
All right, where is he?
Start hefting my hammer.
Wyatt holds up the glove and goes, so I've never done this before, so,
Oh, wait. We know he's not in there because he doesn't have that glove. Right?
he had those drones do something to me. If he can't have the glove, maybe he found some way to replicate it.
Is he in the room?
We should at least be in there to make sure he's not.
What if you get stuck, though?
Iona, you can definitely tell he's in the room.
He's definitely in the room.
Oh,
Then
all
we
right.
don't have time to debate this. Everyone, grab on.
Does this feel like something I can teleport through? Do I get any sense of this at all?
Try it. You could always use more cool moments.
You've never been into the room, so it'd be like teleporting blind.
Sure.
As I kind of put my hand on Wyatt, I'm gonna lean in and whisper just so that he can hear.
I'd say you'd have to get a 10 plus to get into the room. Shadow smoke. Through
Good luck with that.
teleporting.
If I roll a partial, do I end up in the wall or?
Yes. Just
Um,
instant death.
Not on a partial, no.
I'll go ahead and grab on them.
Phrasing.
I'll reach around.
Doing it on purpose now.
So I'm going to lean in and whisper into Wyatt's ear. Wooly and Thorn, batch number 119. I know the name and face of everybody that I affected that day, and I visit them at least once a week.
Wyatt's jaw slowly drops, but he looks over slowly and he gives a small nod and he kind of like steels himself for it, like he catches a tear in his eye and nods and sets his jaw and then just faces the wall in front of him then as he begins to power up the glove. And he goes, "It's more than just about her then. It's everyone he did this to that night."
Conversion puts a to grab on, puts a hand on Wyatt's shoulder and just says, "Yeah, stakes are high, guys."
You got this, Foil.
Go.
Right before they go, you're going to hear, "I really wish we'd stop for a Phoenix Burger."
Wyatt powers up the glove.
I'm going to give you +1 forward to this, since you've gone in there before.
Please. Please.
This is where the music jinxes us.
Yeah. This is the.
Okay.
8's
It's
enough.
a hit.
Close enough.
Alright. So as...
Well, you didn't. Did you add the +1 forward?
I thought I hit +1, but it didn't, and it doesn't look like it calculated it. So technically, it's a 9.
And that means that we can use a team points to push it all the way to a 10, so we can just walk in triumphantly instead of being like, this is hard.
So I would like actually. Oh,
And y'all
well.
have 3 team points left. If you want to use one, you can.
I mean, I can give a +2 instead of a +1 when I spend a team. When I help a teammate through destructive, criminal, or rule-breaking actions, which I feel like we are right there.
Trespassing. We are trespassing.
Yep.
And someone
Breaking
built a
and
room
entering.
specifically so we couldn't get in. So
You wouldn't let
So,
me break to enter.
in terms of the way I help for that, I think, yeah,
door
Maybe-
illusion.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to think if there's some way I can use my like teleportation ability to like help sort of guide through the whatever. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? If we can like combine
Maybe like
sort of our
he-
related powers.
maybe he's like starting to push through. You see through first and pull everybody with you.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 10.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
As you all make it into the room, you notice Gray's on the table, and the room isn't empty because everything for the room was within the walls. There were mechanical arms retracting from Gray as they had just seemed to have completed something.
That's not good.
Laying on the table?
Yes, he's laying on a table. In the
You
center of
shouldn't
the
have
room.
done the dramatic slow walk.
Dramatic fast walk.
Dramatic power walking, yes.
And Gray slowly gets himself from the table. And he looks at you all. He's like, So I see you managed to make it to my reawakening.
You're still old, though. Have fun being awake for like one more year.
Unexpected burn from intervention, boy.
Yeah.
Conversion just pats him on the shoulder. He's like,
Gray
Nice.
takes 1d4
Yeah,
psychic
Luce is like,
damage.
all right. Yeah, you just cast vicious mockery is what happened there. Wisdom save. This is the right game, right? That's how you play this.
I'm gonna look at Foil like, we have been a terrible influence on this boy.
No, Gray has. Satisfy my curiosity. Before I end you, why?
Why? What?
All of this. You murdered people.
Well, I mean, they were just needed casualties, just unfortunate side effects of me needing to acquire this building. I mean,
What do you
I'm-
need it for? Come on.
I'm the only one who could truly make the city safe. I couldn't do it in my old frail body. So, I needed super tech. I needed their technology. I needed some way to force them to sell it to me.
God, you're just a cop in a goofy suit, aren't you? Ugh.
I don't know a whole lot about this, but is this narcissism?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It is. Listen
Can I
to
hit it?
yourself. Listen to yourself. Keep the city safe, and yet you're talking about needed casualties?
I mean, the ends justify the means.
No, they don't. Not once.
Typically, that's the kind of thinking that the city needs protection from.
True.
And even the alien understands that.
Yeah, and I had no idea what marijuana was before I came here.
She did not.
Gray,
Don't worry,
I
I
used,
don't worry. I told her it's fine. We had a text about it. It's fine.
Gray, I
No, I
used to look
tried
up
to.
to
Oh,
you.
wait.
I used to look up to you, Gray. You went out and you didn't have any powers, and you were great for the city, and now you're just another bad guy. You are exactly what you used to fight against.
No, I'm the solution to the city.
Perhaps a final solution. Is that what you're going for there, buddy?
I mean,
Little on the nose, don't you think?
with me in charge, there's gonna be no more crime, no need for superheroes.
Yeah, I feel like that, once again, is the kind of thinking that the city needs protection from.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
am the protection.
So that's
You're
what
the
it
guy
is,
who's
Greg.
about to get his ass whooped. So
Protection.
I'm going
we
to
don't
give you the
need.
same chance I gave your sidekick out there right before I whooped her ass. You going to give up? Or are we just going to do the whole fighting thing?
He means it. He kind of clocked her.
Yeah, we all saw it.
Tracy can take care of herself.
Sure about that. But
Hope you
mean,
pig,
she's-
give her good health care.
Seeing him,
All right,
arm,
let's do this.
not a physical arm, suit arm.
He's a villain. What kind of
Arm.
healthcare coverage do you think he gives his employees? Really?
See, Gray starts to walk towards the back of the room, and he hits the wall, and
God damn it, we got distracted again.
it sort of just opens up to the street. And he starts walking out, and he's like, well, at least you all will be available to watch the revolution.
Hey, wait a minute. Whoa.
No, it's not supposed to be televised, you idiot.
And it's not supposed to look like this.
You should be grateful, you have front row seats.
Yeah, speaking of front row, where the fuck is my little brother?
Who?
The ship. She means the ship.
We all have questions about it too, but we're just gonna move past it. Where's the ship?
That's just become an accepted thing now.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how long it can last out there. I mean,
Approximately, where did you have it start?
I just put my satellites where they needed to be. I mean, luckily I'm a great defense contractor, so.
Yeah, no, see, this is the problem that we're having here is that when you communicate things, I'm asking for specific, or even just general directions, and you turned it into a philosophical talk about your grand eminence. Just tell me, was it near Saturn?
It's wherever you last left it. I
Great.
just
On the moon.
let
Okay,
it track with my satellites.
it'll be fine then.
You see Gray start to fly out as he's sitting on a drone.
How is he flying?
He's sitting on one of his drones.
Oh.
I knew it.
No, he doesn't get to.
He's like a
moving after him at
Roomba
this
shark
point.
cat.
I'm
You
moving after
don't
him
just
at this
get to
point.
skip the fight.
So what are you doing?
I'm moving after him at this point, and if he's not in my range, Wyatt is going to fucking javelin huck the sword at him to destroy that drone.
Sure, you can definitely try to javelin it. Or as
I
you
Do you want me
javelin,
to throw you?
It's gonna offer.
you don't have to roll. Because
Yes.
as
No,
you
throw me.
no, I'm saying you don't have to roll.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're throwing foil.
Yes, I'm gonna yeet foil at him.
Yes.
As you yeet foil at Gray, Gray
that's full
just
special.
swats you off to the side.
What?
Yes, he just a quick little swat, and he sends you flying to the other side of the room.
Can-
And as
I-
he's flying out, you see, I wasn't expecting to get these powers, but I'm quite grateful for them. Like, I didn't exactly need to be this strong. I mean, I can't be Intervention, or you, Intervention Boy, but I was able to at least emulate how y'all get those powers somewhat. I mean,
Stealing
now
my
that I have
powers now?
access to this room, making my dreams come true.
You fucking coward. You can't even rely on your own strength.
You saw where it got me.
Yeah,
So I needed
you were a
more.
respected hero of this city.
I was a retired hero.
Not everyone has to continue the fight until they die, Gray.
Oh,
Just because you got bored doing crosswords doesn't mean you have to go be an evil bastard.
I don't plan on dying.
You and I have very different images for your future then.
Can I telekinetically yoink the drawing out from under him?
You can try.
I'm gonna try and yoink the drone out from under him.
All right. So unleash your powers.
It's mine now. Just kind of.
So are you yoinking it to you, or are you yoinking it into a wall, or?
I'll yoink it towards me and then realize it's coming a little faster than I intended. Just gonna let it go into a wall.
You really don't want me to make the city safe again, do you?
I don't want a dictator. We tried that once. It didn't work out for us. It's kind of
We
how
tried it
we
several
got
times.
the.
It didn't work out for us.
Kinda,
Yeah, we really don't need the kind of protection you're offering.
Oh, no one thinks they need my protection, but it's for the better of
That's
the
right.
city.
No one does.
And as he says this, you'll notice that he seems to move with the speed of intervention. All of a sudden, he's like runs behind Iona. Iona, could you take a powerful blow for me?
I'm gonna try to defend. I'll try to intercept.
Sure.
Yes. Do it, Lance.
Hit.
All right. On a 7, you can expose yourself to danger. You can add a team to the pool, take influence over Iona, or clear a condition.
I don't have any conditions. I already have influence over Iona, so team to the pool.
All right. So, intervention boy, could you roll to take a powerful blow?
Sure thing.
On a 6.
Boom.
Yes. As Gray strikes out, he hits your mystical shield. And you're like,
Takes some getting used to, don't it?
I'll take you all out. Don't worry.
Okay, Boomer.
Well
Oh, that was
done.
amazing.
Well done.
that needs to be clipped.
Danny, Luz, let's do this.
Conversion nods, and he rushes in to try to knock Gray off balance.
All right. Roll directly engage.
Okay.
On an 8. So you can pick one.
I will create an opportunity for my allies.
All right. So you create an opportunity for your allies. How are you doing that exactly?
I'm pretty much like, while he's, talking to intervention boy, after hitting the shield, I'm trying to, I'm trying to like kind of take out one of his knees, just kind of like take him off balance, so he's left open.
Right. So yeah, you manage to knock him off balance, but as you do so, he manages to grab onto your foot and throw you into a wall. Could you take a powerful blow?
Yes.
On a 9. Alright. So you hit that wall. Let's see. Sometimes you can lash out verbally, give ground, and give them an opportunity, or struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
I'm gonna struggle past the pain, and what will I mark? I'll mark angry. I think angry and insecure, because he's pissed off, but at the same time he's like, well, that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped.
Alright, so Gray is currently stumbling a bit and he's open. Does anyone do anything to take advantage of this?
Luce turns to Phil and goes, "Fastball special,"
Absolutely, let's do this.
and she teleports him right in.
With sword outstretched.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's Unleash Your Powers, Shadow Smoke, and Foil, you directly engage.
Yeah,
That went well.
I put you right where I want you.
So where exactly? Do you put him above, right in
Raising?
front?
What have we done in the past? It would probably be whatever we've sort of practiced together. Were you usually coming in like from above? I can't remember. It's just been so long since we did those.
Yeah,
like,
no.
training.
I think it is.
Remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is that it was basically like a death from above kind of thing. You teleport
Yeah.
like directly above to.
Yeah.
I can't help but notice that most of our team tactics involve yeeting Wyatt.
Can't
Human
throw myself.
projectile.
Yeah. So I would, consistent with what we've like practiced before. I think what we've done before is dropped him from above. So I would do that.
Alright. And on 8 foil, you can resist or avoid blows, take something from them, create another opportunity, impress, surprise, or frighten.
I will take his balance from him. I want to knock him on his ass.
Alright. So what does it look like as you're doing this?
Foil is teleported through, loses control over shadows, and is dropped like straight out of like the fucking sun, essentially down onto a Gray. And while Gray is probably quick enough to avoid the initial strike, Foil has his blade trained to go right for his ankle, and manages to sink a deep gash in there, so that way it damages his leg a little bit, and then he's forced to suddenly stumble.
Alright. Yeah, as Gray is stumbling back, he's like, y'all are just a bunch of stupid teenagers. You're barely even a team. You really think you can stop me? He lashes out. Honestly, at this point, he's closest to Iona. So he's gonna lash out at you. So, if you could take a powerful blow from me. Oof. On a 10.
Right in the feels.
So either remove yourself from the situation, lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from 79.
Yeah, I'll lose control of my powers in a terrible way.
Alright.
It's consistent.
I'm still banking on what I'm almost giving up on that plan. I gotta back up. I'm rolling too well for that plan.
So as Gray hits you and throws you into a wall, you don't quite pass out, but all of a sudden everyone, including Gray, just feels some psychic backlash as you can't control what you're doing with your mind all for a quick second.
All motherfuckers know how it feels when I miss.
So everybody is kind of temporarily disabled for a bit. But Gray slowly gets up and starts heading for the exit again.
Iona, sometimes you're the worst. Ugh.
Yeah,
But
we
not
think we
as
can
bad as
stop
him.
you. With how slow you move, Foil could stop you all by himself. And then I'll try to, like, just tackle him to the side.
Directly engage.
Right.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I'm just, like, tapping him into the wall. That's the plan.
All right, so you tackle him with using your shield, or how you doing?
Yeah,
that?
I'm just, like, running up, bam, into the wall.
Right. So you get to pick 2 of those.
He's still wearing a lot of tech, I assume. I'll break some of that, which is what I'm taking. And as for the other, I think I'll impress him.
All right. So yeah, it seems like as he was walking towards it seemed like he was trying to summon more of his drones. But as you hit him with your shield, you break his wrist communicator, and you definitely need to impress him. He's like, "Huh, looks like you actually did learn something." As he tries to grab your arm and throw you behind him.
All right. That's fine. Powerful blow?
Yes, indeed.
All right, I just stand there. You're 90 years old, man. You can't throw me.
Like he does grab you, but you don't move. He's like, You're stronger than I thought. So, conversion, what are you doing?
Conversion is going to put his game face on, which allows him to take +1 ongoing to all rolls in direct pursuit of a goal, which that goal is to take out Gray. And he is going to charge him in again and try to just try to hit him.
All right.
Directly engage.
Yes, indeed. So you said you get +2 to this, or?
+1.
+1, okay. Let me check to make sure.
Didn't add the +1, so it's
Yeah, so that would have been a
5, but that's
5.
still a miss.
You have 3 team points. If anyone wants to use, if 2 people want to help out.
I can definitely help. So
Do that as well. I'll just keep him there.
yeah, so sort of the trapping him, the putting him in darkness earlier kind of inspired me, and so I want to put an illusion like right in front of his eyes, so it's like his whole vision, so that he like can't see a way out. Like he's really disoriented. I don't know, something like a maze or just like a wall or something like that.
Okay.
Cool sunglasses.
And conversion, you're just tackling him, or?
I'm running up and pretty much just punching him in the head.
All right. Yeah. So as you punch him in the head, he stumbles back, and as he's reaching back, he hits something on the wall, and all the arms that had retracted all of a sudden start coming back out again. They're not really doing anything at the moment, but you notice the control panel where it was that he had hit. Alright.
Going.
At this point, Gray's just trying to lash out. Who's closest to him at this point? That'd still be you, conversion?
Yeah, I mean, assuming he stumbled away from Intervention Boy, I'd probably be right on top of him.
And Wyatt. Wyatt struck him.
Alright. And you blinded him, right? Shadow Smoke?
Yeah, I think it would be almost like a VR style
Sure.
experience what he's seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, so while he's temporarily blinded, he's kind of just.
And actually, I have a thing for that. I can, when I mislead, distract, or trick someone, I can roll superior as my move. I always sort of forget that I have this.
All right.
But do you want me to roll it?
Let's roll it to see how long it lasts.
Okay, so that's a 9, which is I get an opportunity, expose a weakness or flaw, confuse them for some time, or avoid further entanglement. I think I've sort of picked already, which is I confuse them for some time.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Gray's just lashing out. He's like, I don't know why you're trying to stop me. Gonna make this city a better place. I'd make it so none of this would have to happen again.
That's the problem right there, Gray. You thought it had to happen to begin with.
I saw the arms come out and start like flailing and shit. I'm gonna try and position him closer to the arms. I'm going to fly towards him, and to distract him, psychically call out so it sounds like it's coming from behind him, heads up, and I'm gonna hit him with both my legs from the front.
Okay, directly engage. Ooh. Yeah.
We've
Well,
been
you see
whooping
the
him
mark
pretty
potential.
hard. It's cool that he gets a few shots in.
Yeah.
So let's see on that. Yeah, it's just a complete whiff.
Heads up, what?
So instead of turning around, he just ends up barreling straight into you, as you both end up near the table.
I didn't mean for you to take my warning quite that far.
Hey, thank you for the sub, Jago. That's not going to influence the game.
Oh, come on.
Sadness. I'm gonna trade a few blows with him, just really basic stuff, and I'm gonna say, you even realize what kind of power you're stealing from me? Like where that comes from? Who we even are as a people? You steal power from the Anke. All of the Anke's power comes from On. And once you leave this room and he sees you're stealing it, he's gonna come down on you like 5 million tons of bricks.
It doesn't matter who I'm stealing it from, especially if y'all don't even use it properly.
You've barely been able to land a blow on me, man. You really think you're gonna stand a chance against the Godfather of Gods? Just give up. And I'm gonna try to use Symbol of Authority for the first time ever.
Could you read
Nice.
that to me? What does that do?
Symbol of Authority. Yeah. When you give an NPC an order based on an authority they recognize, and that's, a little iffy, roll Savior, which I just did. On a hit, choose one. They do what you say, they get out of your way, they attack you at a disadvantage, freeze, and on a 10 plus, which is what I got, I also take a +1 forward against them. So I'm basically just telling him that the God of Gods is telling him that just give up.
Okay,
Meanwhile, from the table, what's an Anke?
so the option, could you read the option that you're choosing to me?
I want him to do as I say and give up. Or freeze, that's close enough.
Okay. I'm going to say, he hesitates a bit with this. He's not quite given up, but he definitely takes pause, giving you all an opportunity to do something.
Gonna kick him off me.
Conversion is going to run over to the control panel that he saw open up and see if he can figure out a way to get these arms to take the powers away from Gray, to reverse what he did to himself.
All right. Do you have any abilities for that, or?
No abilities. It would just be a straight roll for me.
All right. How about an assess?
Okay. Eh.
On a 7. All right. On a 7, I was saying you're pushing the buttons. You're able to slowly start to pick it up. So it's not quite. Everything's starting to move, but it's going to take you some time to exactly figure out exactly what you need to do.
Okay, and then conversion just yells over his shoulder, "Keep him distracted. Think I can do something?"
No problem.
Can I use my moment of truth for that?
This is the moment.
What's your moment of truth?
The beacon's moment of truth is this is the moment when you show them exactly why you belong here. You do any one thing, take out any one enemy, no matter how insane, no matter how ridiculous, because that's you. Jaws are going to drop when you're done.
Most definitely.
So Wyatt looks over at Lance and recalls that Intervention Boy was like, Wyatt could take you all on by himself. And Wyatt's like, yeah, I can.
That was meant to be an insult, not inspiration.
Wyatt doesn't know the difference.
Yeah, two sides of the same coin: vicious mockery and bardic inspiration.
Intervention Boy confirmed as our bard. Yeah.
Aww.
So I'm not going to use it to just like end the fight, but it very much is that if Danny is shouting like buy me time, hold him off, and Wyatt's like I've got you, and with that he will rush in and finally be able to manipulate the phase glove enough that when Gray comes in to basically just pummel this non-superhuman into the dirt, he activates the phase glove with perfect timing. It goes right through, and Wyatt's able to land a strike, and Gray comes back again for another hit, and Wyatt activates the glove again, and he's just snapping in and out of material reality, holding this monster off with just his blade and his wits and his ability to control this technology that he barely understands, and giving the team the time to do whatever it is that they're going to do right now to try and stop this.
I'm just looking at the bad guy and see, just,
Yeah, as you're doing this, you notice Gray is slow. He's slowing down. He's definitely starting to wear himself out as you're striking him, and he's unable to connect. So everyone else, you also notice it's an opportunity. You can do one last thing.
I would like to turn to Iona and say, can you find out what he's afraid of?
Yeah, I'll deep dive.
I'm getting ready to defend.
And then
if
tell
he
me.
does anything.
I'll deep dive into his mind.
All right.
Which would that be? Unleash your powers, or would that be pierce the mask?
Pick a card.
Depends on what you want to know.
I want to know what he's afraid of.
For that, then that's an unleash your power.
Okay.
On a 7. On a 7, as you reach into his mind, you conjure up this image of just him broken, unable to move as he's watching the city being torn to pieces. Him unable to stop it, unable to do anything.
He's afraid of being old.
Do you give me any more detail than that?
He's already old.
You know the kind of old where, like, the tree falls over and it just kind of stays there? Sorry, let me try this again. You know the kind of old when you can't get out of bed because you can't move,
Mm-hmm.
and everything around you seems to be on fire, but you can't move.
Okay, so all right, I can work with that.
So, you mean like helpless?
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I want to do
Tree
this.
falls in the forest, is it dead?
I want to do like a VR illusion, and I want it to be like. And if I have to do a moment of truth for this, like, because this is kind of a tough decision that I'm making here that maybe other people would not be willing to do, I kind of want to, like, drive him insane with this illusion that will be semi-permanently attached to his eyeballs of him being, like, helpless and alone and incapable of responding to situations around him.
So what is the wording of the moment of truth?
Oh, yeah, let me read it. This is when you show them what you really are. Whether you're the hero underneath the rebel facade or the one who can make the hard choices heroes can't make. You do whatever it takes to show that truth, whether it's saving the day from a terrible villain or stopping a bad guy once and for all. Of course, once you've shown what you really are, there's no going back to playing the clown.
All right. How do you want this to look?
I think it's like I think what I want is for him to be essentially incapacitated in a like mental way.
Right. So, but are you creating an illusion for this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does this illusion look? Does everyone see it, or is it
Oh, it's
only
just
to him?
It's his own like private hell.
Okay.
Or the thing just.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you just like what you did with the blinding him.
Yeah.
You know, he's got this illusion around his eyes, and he just kind of slumps over onto his knees. You know, he seems like he's reaching to the ground in horror of what's been lost.
I don't think he'll be a problem. Because as long as physical powers, they can come and go, but as long as he thinks the way he does, we're never safe.
You have the opportunity to put him back on the table and finish what you started, conversion.
I think conversion would not want to leave that to chance, so he'd still want to reverse the procedure.
Yeah, I agree. So I'll stick him on the table, and you can throw the switch.
Sounds good.
Is he gonna live through this?
What do you define as living, Lance?
I don't know.
Is this how humans procreate?
No.
We have so much to teach you.
You can take
My
that
God.
illusion whammy off of him, right? Once we put him in jail,
Why would I do that?
because it's real cruel. You don't want to
Maybe.
end up like him. You know, like my way is the only way.
I think even without that illusion, at this point, he's always going to be in his own personal hell.
Yep, he's just an old guy. He's never going to do anything ever again. And I just start smashing little bits of tech that he still has on him.
As the arms start to retract, Red Ferret comes into the opening in the side. She's like, so you managed to take care of him?
Yeah, no problem. Just another old guy with delusions of grandeur. You got a cell we can stick him in?
What was his plan?
Yeah, Ferret, do you know what this room was meant for?
Stop, kitty. Like, no, I have no idea.
Yeah, let's keep it that way. I'm gonna take my hammer and just start smashing the walls.
Could you wait until we're out of here? God damn!
There's an opening right there. You can just walk out.
And I pick up Grandpa and we walk out.
As you all walk out, just a bunch of Aegis cars finally start to pull up and secure the site.
Oh, sure. Now you show up. Couldn't have done this like 10 minutes ago when I was laying on a table with an old man on top? Wait.
Phrasing.
Nope.
Phrasing.
Oh my god,
Tracy not
she
too
actually
difficult to deal
stopped
with?
herself for once.
Yeah.
She's learning.
That's a good point.
But what happened to Tracy? Still alive?
She's cut up a bit. She'll survive.
And
She's
what
still
happens
able to
to
give us a
him?
testimonial. Well, once you figure out exactly what he was trying to do, probably have to shut down Gray Industries. That's for sure.
I mean, don't just the next person take over?
I
It's a
mean,
company, not a super villain base.
Do you want his second-hand man to be in charge of the company that could produce the drones that we were training with?
I don't know. I haven't met this second in command.
I mean, right now, everything under Gray Industries is a bit of a crime scene, so you just will
I'll
have
say.
control over it for a bit as we take stock and figure out exactly what was going on. And the rest of it, well, it's for the judges and all them to decide, I guess.
How
Let's
close
hope we
is my
can stand
ship?
trial. And I'll look at Shadow Smoke.
What?
Trial. He's gonna have to be able to talk. Just. Yeah. No, I'll stick him in the police car.
I'm not letting him come back.
Is Squidge still under attack?
No, as you say this, Squidge actually just comes,
Crashes
enters the
into
atmosphere.
the Aegis cars. Yeah, let's go.
Squidge finally shows up, just as things are ending.
I'll just go up to the front and go, "Oh, there's a good squidge," and you just start rubbing on it.
So, is it a little brother or is it a pet? I'm so confused right now.
I mean, okay, so we don't really have brothers and sisters, but the way I understand it, your brother comes from the same parent as you, right? Most of the time. There are sometimes there are exceptions, but I don't really understand. Anyway, Squidge and I are from the same tree. So technically, he would be my little brother. But
Only
also...
have more questions.
Shit.
I get enough of it that I'm good.
I think for once I understand it perfectly. This really has been a weird day.
Day.
So, as
Are we
you
out of detention now?
I go over to Foil and kind of pull him aside, and I say, I was worried that you were gonna get the final blow on him, and I couldn't let you do that.
Wanted it,
I know.
but it ain't gonna bring her back.
He's never coming back either.
Poetic. Thank you for literally everything. This has been not exactly how maybe I wanted to do this, considering we got thrown in detention before anything. But are you free Friday?
Are you
That's-
asking me on a date, Wyatt?
Well, I mean, I don't under. We don't have to put labels on.
Oh my
things,
god,
but
you never shut up, do you? Yes, yes, I'm free on Friday. You know my schedule. I'm free on Friday. Jesus Christ. And then she will lean in and kiss him to shut him the fuck up.
Conversion just goes, woo!
Wyatt is very shut the fuck up.
Iona has a very worried look on her face. She's like, so Foil's in a good mood now, yeah?
Yes, this is a good thing for them.
Okay.
Just let them have
So,
their
Do
moment.
you have more bad news for him? Because I feel like that
Well-
could wait till tomorrow.
Is it about the phone?
No? Maybe I'll tell you, and I'll pull conversion aside. 'Cause
Okay, what?
you know how I said I visit the cemetery once a week?
Did
A
I hear
lie?
that part?
You didn't hear that part, but she's acting as though you did.
Okay. No.
She assumes that everybody's psychic.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, I do that. I felt like I needed some insurance because things were starting to come to a head, and experiences for us are very important, and I felt like I needed something to really take root here to leave behind in case I had to die.
I don't like where this is going.
There might be a tree growing in the cemetery.
Is it on a specific grave?
Thereabouts. I asked it not to disturb the grave. It's not going to disturb the grave.
Okay.
But it's not native. And it might bear children.
Conversion doesn't even know what to say. He lets out just a long sigh, and he just turns and he slowly walks away.
Should I explain the DNA stranding? No? Okay. I mean, it's not too close to the grave, but it's pretty close to the grave.
Invasive species.
As time passes, Aegis is securing the site, collecting everything from both the training site, from Gray's building, from SciTech, or from SuperTech. Just cataloging everything, figuring out what's going on. They end up employing Conversion's uncle to help him sort out all the technology and figure out what it did. Shadow Smoke loose. The lawyer comes up to you with your father and Aegis in court as they're revisiting the case. You know, essentially throwing out everything that happened because it was pretty obvious that he was a fall guy. Are there any conversations you two wanted to have with him?
It's my dad that's in front of me right now? Or the lawyer?
Both.
Okay. I think, I don't think they're really words. I think it's just, like, a lot of, like, sort of hugging and not, I don't think it's very articulate. So, just, like, really happy to have him back.
Yeah, he's just like, Luce, whatever happened, it's finally over. I can go back to things being relatively normal, I guess.
Sounds good. Glad to have you back.
Yeah. You, straighten up a bit while I was gone?
Which way do you mean?
Why is that a question?
Well...
What did you do?
You remember Wyatt?
Sure.
We're a thing.
Shadow, what's dating?
Was that telepathic? Okay. Yep.
Right. Well, I mean, he's a good kid.
Yep.
Don't break him.
What? Okay. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go. I'll see you at home, Dad.
Yeah, we're gonna
What the
get
hell
all
are these mental images I'm getting?
I mean, he knows that Luz is a troublemaker.
Looks like very awkwardly leaves. I'm done with this now. Must leave.
Glad you're out of jail, Dad.
Conversion, did you want to say anything to Uncle Steve?
So remind me, did we separate Uncle Steve
Yeah.
from... Okay. And Uncle Steve is the one who's working for Aegis now?
Yeah, right now he's helping Aegis sort out all the tech.
Okay. Yeah, he just kind of popped by at some point when he's, able to have visitors, and just to congratulate him on the new job, and things seem to be looking up for him and everything, and just kind of hanging out, and kind of subtly slipping him the suit idea that he had originally floated to Gray with the energy pack, something to work on in his spare time if he has time.
It's like, well, now that I seem to have a relatively stable job, I'm pretty sure I could set up some time and funds to start up my own little workshop. You gonna continue on with the,
Yeah, I think it suits me, actually.
Alright. Seems like you found a calling.
Yeah, I'd say I did. It's a good fit,
Well, as long as you keep that identity under wraps, it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Do my best.
I mean, it's just you and me, right?
I mean, a few people I trust, very small circle. Small circle.
Well,
They're like me. We were a team.
well, make sure you keep it small.
Will do.
Alright. So, every Saturday, I'm gonna beef up that suit again.
Sounds good.
Alright. I mean, I'm glad this whole ordeal is over at least.
Yeah, this is a hell of a ride.
Anything end up happening with that nemesis of yours?
Well, she works for Aegis now, and I guess maybe she's not as bad as I thought she was. It seems like maybe she really has, turned things around.
Surely someone in this campaign is a good guy.
Oh, right. Yeah, she's my boss. Of course. You didn't tell her who you were, did you?
She might have been present when,
Well, maybe that's what helped me get the job.
Probably safe bet, I think.
Alright, just be careful out there. There's some bad elements on the streets.
Yeah, there are. Hopefully I don't find too many more like just Gray.
Well, he won't be a problem.
Nope.
I'm glad you're safe, though.
Thanks. Glad you have a new job.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get back to this, every Saturday.
Yeah. See you then.
And So, what exactly do you do as a conversion prowling the streets now?
He doesn't. Listen, I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, if I would think that he would kind of work, both with Steve, Uncle Steve, and with his friend Marcus. And I think like they would kind of rig up some, like, kind of fix up something where he can like kind of, like almost like a police scanner type of thing where he can listen on, like, scan for crimes, and he just kind of, he'll do his own thing, but he'll still keep in touch with the team in case they want to, stay a team.
Right. Ionmei, after this ordeal, Andromeda comes back down and wants to have another talk with you.
What do I tell him about the seed?
So, now we know you're not at fault for everything that occurred when you came in. So that's good.
Yeah, I kept an eye on Gray, just like you said.
That you did. Managed to resolve that whole situation. Did you learn anything while, aside from who Gray was? From
Humans
being
are
on
weird.
They are. But what do you think? Is it a good weird? Or just weird?
There's a lot of potential here. It's a good place to set down roots.
Well, now that all this has been cleared up, you have that opportunity. You could stay here and keep learning, try to integrate more, or come back, teach everyone else what you've learned about the humans. What do you want to do?
I don't think I've learned enough to come back yet. Because when I say weird, I mean every day there's something new. I mean, on the one hand, you got people like Gray, who, through some weird-ass logic, decide that they're the only ones that are right. And on the other hand, you have the kids out behind the school that just think the color blue is the greatest thing in the world. And there's really not a whole lot of threads connecting them together, but they're both prime examples of humanity. I kind of want to see how wide that goes.
All right.
They really like the color blue.
Well, they do have this thing they call graduation. You could probably stay till then.
What's that?
Some ceremony where apparently after learning enough, you become an adult? I don't know, I don't understand. It's weird.
Is this a school thing? Am I supposed to be doing that again?
Well, if you want to keep learning, you gotta go to school like they do.
Yeah, it's... Oh, fuck. We had a report.
Yes, you do need to turn in your report to me.
Fuck, I had 2 reports. It's half finished. I will get right on that. Squidge. And I'll basically just back out, going back to my ship.
Andromeda just sighs and shakes their head and is like, have fun with the humans, I guess. And try to be safe. Don't blow anything up.
I didn't blow any... Okay, 1 cell phone.
Yeah.
Twice.
Let's try and keep that to a minimum from now on.
I will. I promise not to blow anything up intentional.
Alright. So is Iona just go back to school? I know.
She'll go back to school, but a large chunk of that's going to be observing the potheads because they are still fascinating. And she is going to be spending time at the cemetery tending to the tree that is sort of sprouting. And she will spend her nights trying to figure out the superhero shit because that's still an odd concept to her. Like, her job was Pathfinder, was to just go and find a way to integrate with new civilizations and expand on their experiences. She has no idea what being a superhero is, other than those people are trying to hurt me. I should do something about that. So yeah, she probably hangs out a lot with Conversion
Alright.
and asks more questions.
Foil or Wyatt. As you get back home, your dad's there and he's like, you look different. How's now that you had all that sorted with Gray and whatnot, you doing alright, Wyatt?
You know, I think for the first time in a long time, yeah. Yeah, I actually am doing all right. I feel maybe not normal, but better.
Well, that's good to hear.
You read what he did then?
Yeah. How's that for you? I heard you had a big part in resolving all that.
Yeah. Me and Liz actually, and Conversion. He's a team leader. You don't know him. And Intervention Boy, and then the Pathfinder, Iona. Yeah, we managed to stop them. I don't really know how, but we did it together. And if it weren't for them, I think that I would have done something really stupid. And I didn't. I didn't. And I can't say that if Liz wasn't there, I don't know what I would have done.
Well, sounds like you're part of a good group now. Sometimes you just need the support of others to help you through things.
Yeah. I mean, you could take a lesson too.
I'll be fine. I still miss her. I'll always miss her. But, life keeps moving.
It does. And I think, at the very least, this at least feels like closure to me, and that if there's anything I can do to help you feel that, I mean, I'm here for you as just as much as you're here for me.
I mean, all you can do for me is just, try and live your life. I mean, just do what we can, right?
Well, I mean, in the midst of all of this, I still managed to get my college applications in, so let's see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get some good recommendations. I mean, you are a hero now.
I don't think they offer course studies in that.
No, but it's something.
Yeah. I actually applied for an education degree.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So anyway, I've got to go like shave actually. I'll catch you around Dad.
All right, Wyatt.
And hugs his father tight. Proceeds to head up to his room, and at that point is just kind of stuck there like, how the fuck did we do that? Like, it's all just suddenly hitting him as the adrenaline comes down.
Right. Intervention boy. Lance. A couple days later, you get a knock on your door.
Right, I open the door.
And it's intervention. They're looking to speak to you.
All right. Come on in. You want something to drink?
Lance? No, I'm good. Think we could have a chat?
Of course. I sit down.
So, you just filled me in on everything that happened.
Yep,
You did a good job out there.
I did.
But it made me realize something. With everything that happened, Gray being such a... I haven't been fair to you, Lance. When you healed up, I want to say, when you gained your powers like us,
Yeah?
I treated you like you were one of us. And you are. But I forgot that you're also just a normal human boy.
That's true. I am.
I should have given you the option of wanting to become a hero or not.
Hey, you weren't very nice to me.
I was holding you up to higher expectations. Unfairly high. I wasn't taking you into consideration like I should have. I mean, things are a bit different up in Owansi.
Like, are you not kind to each other up there? 'Cause you were real mean to me when I was almost killed by the goons with guns, and I called you for help. And you were so cold. I said that saving me wasn't even worth your time. That's about the meanest anyone's ever been to me. Is that how you treat each other up there?
See, I had forgotten that this hasn't been your life forever. You haven't been raised like we were. So, I was expecting you to act like we always do, how we were raised. That was unfair of me.
I can't expect you to be anything other than you were. It's like I held you to unfair expectations as well. I had you up on a pedestal thinking you were some kind of perfect being, all kindness and sunshine. I guess you're just a person too.
We try our best, but we are not perfect either.
Yeah. Well, I can agree to stop treating you, like some ideal. If you start treating me like I'm just a kid trying his best.
I can do that.
All right. I reach over to shake her hand.
He shakes it back. But you still have a choice to make.
I'm going to stick around as a superhero.
If you want, you can come back up and I can train you properly for a bit.
I'd like that. There's a lot of stuff that needs doing in the world, and I think I'd like to give it a try. To see if I can't live up to my own expectations. You know what I mean?
I think I do.
All right. Hey, maybe one day I got to save your life.
I'm sure you will. I mean, you can take some time. There's no rush. If you want to come up now, I can certainly do that. Or you can...
Let me say goodbye to the parents first, and then we can be off.
You could wait until however long you need.
No, I'm good.
All right.
And I go to say goodbye to the parents, and then it's full-time superheroing.
I see you both. How do you get to a 1C?
I don't know, Rainbow Bridge. It's just a dimension, so you could just step through a portal, or it's the heavens.
Is
We
the
just fly there.
entrance? Is the on ramp to the Rainbow Bridge metered
Yeah, you
with
take
Care
a
Bear
left
stairs?
at that one
different
pile.
colors?
There's a dark tunnel. You see a light in the distance.
Easy pass.
So we just fly up to the heavens, and then we're there.
So as you fly up to a 1C and begin proper training to become the true intervention boy. So
And I'll pop down to Earth now and again to say hi to everyone. Like, when Foil gets in over his head, I'll just slam down from the heavens and save his butt.
So does the group keep in contact with each other? Is anyone not continuing on as a hero? Deciding to...
Wall emojis.
I'd like to think the group is learning to decipher the wall emojis at this point.
I like to think the group is starting to respond in just.
No, you see, when it's a whole row full of eggplants, and then a whole row full of thumbs up, and then a whole row full of devil cats, that means she's hungry.
That kind of makes sense in a weird way.
That is
Smiley face.
That
All
is
the brick
not at
emojis.
all what I would have taken from that.
It takes time, yeah.
Foil and Shadow Smoke. How do things go for y'all?
I don't know, we date for a while, probably. I mean, what do you think?
They more than likely finish out through high school together, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what comes after that though.
A
College.
great deal of fan fiction.
Yeah, Red Ferret, the fanfiction site does not die.
What happens to Red Ferret? I'm actually interested. What happens to her?
Yeah, no, that's a good question.
Red
Classified.
Ferret. You all actually get a check from Aegis for helping resolve the situation. The amount doesn't quite matter. It's more than enough for a high schooler. Turns out, Red Ferret debriefs you all a bit on what their mission was, and while they were perceived as a supervillain to the public, they never really were. It was more of her trying to gain a bit of an insight into the goings-on of things, but when that didn't happen, they needed a way to naturally re-ingratiate her into Aegis.
All right.
I think at some point during like the debriefings, Conversion would take a moment to, apologize and admit that he was wrong about Red Ferret.
I do no such thing. See through glass with my head? That's lethal. He's a bad guy. At least
Iona
someone who
doesn't.
makes poor decisions.
Iona doesn't have a bank account and doesn't know what a check is. She hands it off to the pot smokers behind the school, and it gets confiscated by the janitor.
Aw, Luz was so excited!
For a second, I was half expecting you to say she ate it.
That was my first instinct.
I was half expecting you would give me a chance to have Luz try to con you out of it.
My second instinct was to use it as a roll up for a joint.
Yeah. As the janitor takes it, he hands it off to your caretaker, and so that they can set up some sort of fund for you.
I like to think that she gave it to
Janitor
the pot
doesn't get to
smokers and
live in a
somehow it just
really
kinda
great
ended up.
RV behind the school. Aw.
The janitor's a really good guy.
He deserves a really great RV behind the school.
Why would you want to live where you work? I say as I live where I work.
Alright. So, if there's any last things about, want to tell us about the end of your characters?
No, because my plan
Covered it.
didn't work.
Conversion just continues on as your friendly neighborhood conversion.
I try to become the thing I thought intervention was.
Alright. Well, if that's everything, thank you all so much for playing this game with me and dealing with me as a GM.
For running
Thank
it.
you for running it.
And
So
with-
many feels.
Yeah.
I
with-
loved Sassy Lance in this episode.
I know.
Dude, Lance is crushing it.
And then every single comment by the entire group was like, Lance is different. Like,
That whole month off in between. But also, he's very confident now that he finally has all his powers, and
Mhm.
he has more of a clear goal of what he wants to do now that he's decided to be who he thought intervention was. So
Yeah, no, that's rad. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
And with that, we will do our final outros. It's going the opposite way. Let's start with V's knees.
Hello there. I am John, aka V's Knees. At V's Knees pretty much everywhere on the internet. It was a blast playing Danny, aka Conversion. I am playing on the Scradix Academy channel every Tuesday starting at 6. I play a child in a 5e game. He's a rogue. They just actually got out of the Feywild. Things have been really interesting. Like, I turned into a sheep a couple episodes ago. That was fun. That's pretty much it for me.
Alright. Cellar Door.
Hey, Jane or Cellar10 on Twitter. I've been playing Loose Murphy, your neighborhood delinquent, and I actually have another finale on Tuesday. It's the finale of my Twitch stream over at Roll Control for that campaign, and we're not sure what'll happen starting in January or February, but we're coming up with something. So that's a final episode, and then you can also find me on the Book Zombies Curse of Strahd podcast, which is on the Welcome to the Party network, and does have a Discord channel. So yeah, that's it for me, actually. Yeah.
Alright. Don.
What's up, everybody? I am, as always, Don, and I have had an absolute blast playing Wyatt Thorne. This was amazing. Wild, literally, just thank you so much for being my GM for my first Welcome to the Party game. This was stupendous to kick off on. With that, you'll find me this Monday, starting at, I believe, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm in Side Quest, the very last episode of Side Quest for this season. I will be doing some D&D 5th edition. And then I think I'm done and Welcome to the Party for this season at the very least. You can find me next season. I'll be guest starring in Blood and Shackles on Fridays for a couple of weeks, starting in January.
Oh, nice. Rain.
I am Rain Hayes. You will be able to find me in the new year on Nerds with Dice playing Scion. You might find me on Welcome to the Party playing Curse of Strahd. I don't actually know how that game is going. We're still coordinating. Other than that, you can find me on Dungeon Masters Guild, where I have many products, including a new full class called the Rune Master. And yeah, this is my last finale for the season. The one before it was going out in style on my Goblin for Ravnica and spreading lawful moss.
Alright. Paladin Hulk.
Hi everybody, I'm Paladin Hulk. I am a Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday and Little Red Dot, and I will be found Sundays still playing my Pirate D&D campaign, where I play a pirate paladin who's trying to make friends with all the evil pirates, and it's going fairly well, except that my teammates keep trying to push this ghost angle that I don't understand, and everything's a mess. And on Monday, I have Session 0 coming up for an upcoming Watchmen RPG over on Tales from the Grim, where I will be playing Martial Law, whose whole deal is that he doesn't think rehabilitating criminals is worth the time and effort it would take, so just kill them. Watchmen, it's real dark.
That it is. And I am Wild Engineer. You can find me on Thursdays here on Welcome to the Party. We've got a couple more episodes left for our Super Sentai Power Rangers style Masks game. And you can find me Saturdays on Other Dog's channel for our Invisible Sun campaign. Alright. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully we'll see you all again. Bye.